welcome to this 1850 points challenge the Scorpion game, and Tristan Whitehead is back. It's good to see him back, but he's brought a different army this time, and it will be Imperial Fists, and they will be facing the Taint of Chaos. As we're fighting on this bunker complex terrain, very eerie, abandoned place here. I'm not sure if it is still being used by Imperial Guard. There is an Imperial presence on the table, but it looks abandoned, and we think the reason behind that is there is chaos in the area, so there's no better army to be sent in than the Imperial Fist to try and cleanse this zone, at least, of the taint and filth and corruption that is chaos. So a huge bunker here with barrels and boxes on top and on the inside. Lookout tower just here as well. Then you've got the Imperial Bastion just there. There's a perimeter fence with an entrance fire base here, and then around the front there's marks where a bombardment has come in, an old abandoned Imperial position just there, and then tank traps covering the front. There's a sandbag position just there as well. Quite an impressive table, nice theme behind it, and it's a good match to the two armies that will be facing each other across this battlefield. Right, so welcome to this 1850 point game. It is Imperial Fists and their Imperial Guard allies, and they will be facing Chaos in this 1850 point game. For my Imperial Fists, there's 3 tactical squads. They're all armed the same. They're all inside rhinos. There's a sergeant in there, no upgrades for him. Each squad has a plasma gun and a las cannon. Then 2 land speeders, one of them with 2 multi-melters, the other with multi-melter and Typhoon missile launchers. They're all part of the same squadron. Unit of Terminators with assault cannon there, and then a sergeant with stormbolter and power sword. 1 librarian, and he has been upgraded to mastery level 2. Then 1 Terminator chaplain, and he has the Primarch's Wrath relic or upgrade for him. Then heavy support, a unit of Centurion Devastators between las cannons and missile launchers for them. And then a detachment of Imperial Guard, not regular guardsmen. They would run away at the sight of chaos, so veterans have been chosen with 2 multi-melters and heavy flamer, and then a Lord Commissar as the HQ choice. He has a power sword and bolt pistol for him as well. They'll be inside a Chimera with multi-laser and heavy bolter, and then finally a heavy support choice, a Manticore option there. But that's the list. As we get close to finishing this army off, it's about 1500 points now, so just taking a few Imperial Guard allies to help them out in this game.
This is my 1850 points of Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marines. My warlord is Be'lakor the Dark Master, and supporting HQ is Lucius the Eternal. For troops choice, we have a 10-man squad of Noise Marines, 2 Blast Masters with the Icon of Excess, with 3 Terminators here, 2 Combi Plasmas and 2 Combi Flamers in the unit, 6 Chaos Space Marine Bikers, 2 melter guns and some metal bombs on the champion. Then we've got a Chaos Space Marine Land Raider with a Dirge Caster and Dozer Blade. Here we have a squad of Noise Marines. It's 6-man strong. Got a Doom Siren on the champion and 5 Sonic Blasters in the unit in a Rhino, and the same again here. And then for heavy support we have 2 Predators with an autocannon and heavy bolter sponsons ×2.
Right, so once again we see chaos here on the channel, so they're gradually beginning to manifest themselves. I'm very glad I collected Imperial Fists. They're a good remedy for chaos, but this is going to be a tough one here. There's some good units, nice army, very united look to it, and it's going to be bizarre facing off against these strange and peculiar Noise Marine models. They're quite, each one's unique. They look very nice indeed. We'll give you a close-up of some of these just to show you the different work that's been done on each of those. So there's the Noise Marines. Each one's different, which is really cool about these. They look great. Coming across, go to another unit here. Sort of purpley theme to them, but there's a number of other colours on them as well. And this larger unit of 10 here. Very nice indeed. So as the force looks pretty intimidating. There's some good characters in there as well. So Imperial Fists can have a tough task, but we'll see how well they do. It's a first time clash on the channel. Excited to see how well this game will go. But we're going to scenario and deployment now for these two forces. Right, so we're going to play a unique scenario here, just to make things different. It's from the Crimson Slaughter books, the first Altar of War mission, called Silence the Voices. And it will be a defensive game for the Imperial Fists. They will deploy in the centre. We haven't marked it out with dice, we'll just use a tape measure. You'll see the shape of the game once the units deploy. But Imperial Fists will be in the centre. The entire army must be deployed. Only deep strikers are going to be allowed to come on. There is no table edge for them, so no vehicles or infantry are going to be coming on any table edge. It has to be deep strikers only, or flyers. And for Tristan's Chaos Space Marines, they will deploy at a number of points on the table, 9 inches in at each corner, and then in this centre a 6-inch zone, and he has to spread his force evenly around the table. So basically Imperial Fists will be completely surrounded. All of Tristan's Chaos Space Marines will be deployed on the table. The Imperial Fists will have to defend themselves in the centre. So it is a fight for survival. The Imperial Fists are a defensive army, so they may cope okay, but they will have to fight facing every direction. This attack will come from every angle on this table. So you can imagine the Imperial Fists marching in, and they hear strange sounds and screams and noises coming from every direction. And then it is night fighting, so in the darkness they prepare to receive the enemy. Yeah, there's a few extra special rules. We'll get stubborn for the whole army, because if they run, there's nowhere to go. They'll have to stand or die. It's night fighting, as I mentioned, and then Tristan will gain the hatred special rule. And then until the first non-vehicle unit is destroyed, Tristan will gain hatred and furious charge for his entire force as well. Victory conditions. Tristan has to wipe out the Imperial Fists, so it's going to be a real challenge here in this game. Unique scenario, fascinating one. We love the narrative and the theme behind this idea. So we're going to deployment now for these two forces. Right, so deployment done here. Tristan's spreading his force around the table. Imperial Fists are well and truly surrounded. Chaos Bikers here. Noise Marine squad inside the Rhino just there. Same again here. Another Noise Marine squad just there. And Be'lakor in this corner, just behind the fence. The two Predators around this side. Here and here. And then the Land Raider so close already. Deploying there with Lucius the Eternal inside. And the 10-man, if you can call them man, Noise Marine units just there. Imperial Fists are clustered in the centre, really bunched together. It's 18 inches across where you can go. It's 9 inches out from the centre, coming across either side, cramming the vehicles in. There's just enough room for them. All of the tactical Marines breaking down into combat squads. It's all about trying to stay alive for as long as possible. We could be looking at an assault on turn 1 here with this Land Raider set to move in straight away, and Tristan will go first unless we can seize initiative, and it would be very handy to do so. Right, so deployment for the Imperial Fists. Centurions in the centre there. They've been joined by the Librarian. Then the Chaplain, he has joined the Terminators, and then broken the Marines up into combat squads. Sergeant leading little 5-man units here on top of the bunker, and then here just by the boxes and barrels. And the others with the heavier weapons are staying inside the Rhinos to try and provide some fire support. Manticore in the centre, they're very limited as to where it's facing at the moment. Might have to move out a little bit, but we don't want to get too close to these Chaos Space Marines. And then the Chimera here with the veterans inside ready to move out as well. We've rolled here, we're on telepathy, so we gain Psychic Streak as Primaris power, and then we have Mental Fortitude. We can give a unit Fearless within 24, and also Shrouding, which may well come in handy to protect the Centurions. So no reserves for the Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marines, but 2 Land Speeders here will Deep Strike for the Imperial Fists to try and provide a bit of fire support. But there's the deployment for both the forces. Terrifying for the Imperial Fists. They've moved into the sector and have discovered that the entire area is overrun with chaos, and they're now surrounded here. So we're going to put the blame onto the Imperial Guard. The Lord Commissar there advised that this sector was clear. He led the Imperial Fists in, only to discover that his information was incorrect. The Imperial Fists feel betrayed, but there's no time for squabbling. They will have to fight and survive and settle their differences after the battle is over, if any are able to make it out alive. Will any escape alive? We'll have to see. We're going to go on to the first turn of the game. So roll a dice. On a 6 we'll go first. No, we don't. So it is the Chaos Space Marine turn 1 coming up. Movement phase here for Tristan's Crimson Slaughter Marines. Rhino moving up and dropping off its Noise Marine cargo there, just on top of the bunker there. The bikes, they must have prepared ramps. They've moved out and gone across the bunker here, moving at speed towards the Imperial Fist position. Rhino just dropping off its Noise Marine cargo as well. Be'lakor has jumped on top here of the Imperial Guard Bastion, looking down defiantly at the Imperial Fist and Guard position. Two Predators just holding ground here. They're ready to lay down some fire support. And then predictably, we're expecting the assault to come from the Land Raiders. Well placed, it's a good spot to put it. Has moved in and dropped off its Terminators and Lucius the Eternal, ready to move in against the softer Imperial Fist forces here. So they're upon us already. Here, just holding position with the Noise Marines here as well. So we're going to go on to the Psychic phase now on turn 1. So Psychic phase here is just tried to cast invisibility on the Terminators. I was sceptical as to how you could win by trying to wipe out the opponent. That's what the objective is. He has to destroy everything that the Imperial Fists and Guard allies have. But now, having seen the deployment and the first turn of the game and how restricted we are, I think it really is possible. We could see a slaughter here. I don't know if we've had a wipeout on the channel before. Just asking James, have you had a wipeout before on the channel? Yeah, just asking James. Blood Angels against Tau, one of the older battle reports. The Tau were wiped out.
Imperial Guard wiped out the Tyranids.
Oh, and James reckons the Tyranids wiped out the Imperial Guard as well. So we have seen wipeouts before on the channel. Check out those games. But here, there may be the potential for another. Well, it is actually a requirement for victory. Tristan must destroy everything that the Imperial Fists and Imperial Guard have. I think it's a possibility. But we'll carry on here. He's got more psychic powers to roll up. Going to try and dominate on the Terminators. Doesn't go off. Okay, so psychic phase done. We're going to go on to shooting now on turn 1 for Chaos Space Marines. Right, so shooting phase done. And it's a sad Tau here, really. Firing from the Noise Marines here, hit the bikes, and here have destroyed the 5-man combat squad just there. They've been brought down. Battle Brothers, or Brother Space Marines, dropping like flies at the moment. And then here's only one left. That was fire coming in from the Predators, taking down a couple. And then the Noise Marines from over there, hitting them as well. There's one left, and he's pinned. Land Raider doing no damage at all, but fire from the Terminators, 2 hull points, penetrating hit on the Rhino just there, and a free result on the damage table. Yeah, and then here we're on snapshots only with the crew inside. So casualties piling up straight away. The outer line of Marines having been brought down quite effectively. We're going to assaults now, just here with the Chaos Terminators charging in. Right, so Tristan's gone for a multi-assault there, and a snapshot hit with a plasma gun has brought down the sergeant from that squad, so well done to the Imperial Fists before their tanks are destroyed. But we'll roll up now for Tristan's assaults there, see if he can destroy those 2 Rhinos. Right, so combat results there. Some excellent rolling from the Terminators. Both Rhinos destroyed. Squad getting out here for the Imperial Fists, and then the others escaping on top of the bunker there. But the slaughter has well and truly started, and it's only turn 1. We'll see how the Imperial Fists can respond. Their turn 1 coming up. Right, so movement for the Imperial Fists on their turn 1. Shifting out here with the Chimera, turning around, and then disembarking with our veteran squad here, trying to assist the Imperial Fists. The Imperial Guard will sacrifice their lives in order to save the Space Marines. And then here, moving out of this run, we had to move to make way for the Manticore to pivot around. I'm going to try and let off some rockets there. Turning around also with the Centurion Devastators. They're going to try and take on the Land Raider. Holding there with the combat squad. Holding here with the Terminators, going to lay down some fire. Little squad there is going to fire down at the Terminators, along with the 5-man squad just there at disembark. They can fire as well. So just a case of stand your ground and fire in all directions and see if we can survive. So we're going to go into the Psychic phase now, actually, for Imperial Fists on turn 1. Right, it's just rolling up here, Psychic phase. We have granted Shrouding here on 4 passes there on the dice, but 2 of them are 6s. I'm just going to roll up to see what kind of a... Oh dear, we've rolled a 1. Yeah, right, so we've got to take a leadership test here. We need to pass, otherwise there's trouble. Alright, so we passed there on a 9, just about. 1 point high would have failed and been sucked into the warp. That would have caused trouble. Would have made sense in this kind of game. But he's taken a wound here, and it's cost him a wound to grant shrouding, but he gets it. His unit, all models within 6 are now shrouded. Yeah, no, just check there. His leadership 10, so he's passed quite comfortably. He's expended a lot of mental might and power to do it, but he is protecting his battle brethren. There, the man in blue, protecting the yellow men. Right, so going into shooting phase, I'm going to fire that las cannon and try and destroy that predator. We get our hit. Nothing. Right, so we'll fire this las cannon at him as well. We get our hit. Or bounces on a 12. So missing, not penetrating him, but it's going to be a different story with the Centurion Devastators. They will fire at the Land Raider. So las cannons first of all, twin linked with them. We've got the 3 hits. It's armor 14, strength 9, double 6, and a reroll. Okay, 2 penetrating hits. It's night fighting actually, so Tristan can roll. On 6s he'll stop. No, okay, it's 2 rolls here. 5 and 3, which becomes a 6 and a 4. Right, so they've done well there. 2 hull points on there, immobilized and stunned result. We'll just roll 4 missiles now. Oh no, not twin linked with these, just 2 hits. And 6s for glances. Nope, we get re-roll. Nothing, okay. Right, so just shooting here with this squad. Las cannons fired and missed. We're on snapshots. Plasma shot though, rapid fire. Failed and gets hot. Oh dear. Now it's survived. And then bolters with 3 of them. So that's rapid fire at 6. 6s for hits. And that is a miss. That squad's not been too effective. This squad here will fire down. That's 8 shots on pistol. They'll fire at all ballistics, that's excellent. And then bolter drill, it's not helping out there. 4s to wound. Yeah, 4 saves here. Tristan could foul one of these. Wouldn't be surprised, but he may well pass. 2+ regular armor he'll get. And he passes. Well done. Just done firing there from the Chimera up at Bellacourt. No damage done. He's getting shrouded on top of that, as well as being counting as bunker cover. The squad here that's got out, there's no cover granted here because it is open and either side's obscured. So we'll fire the heavy flamer first of all. So 4 hits with a heavy flamer. Toughness 4. Okay, so just 3 saves, power armor. No, he's passed all of those. Come on, I was going to get murdered. Melters, yes, 2 hits. 2s for kills, yes, well done.
6 up.
Oh,
For night fight.
oh yeah, he gets a night fighting save. 6s.
1 died.
I saved 1. Okay. Las gun fire. Not all of them can see, but we'll fire these at rapid fire. Veterans, they hit on 3s. Fire, whoa. 4 saves from humble lasgun shots, but he's passed all of them. These are tough ones to kill. Those guard there could be in trouble. Very brave, but bravery is not going to be enough to keep them alive. We're going to have to use the Terminators to support them. The Terminators, seeing the heroics of the guard, turn their attention to try and give them some covering fire. Battle Brothers helping each other out. It is an alliance that has been around for millennia, and we're seeing it here in this game. So fire the assault cannon here. They'll hit. Got a rend and a save as well.
So 5 up for no, it's going to be 6 up for the range. No, and then for no pain. No, so 1's more. That's him.
Okay. Good. Well done, brethren.
And then 3 up save.
Failed.
No pain. No.
No, another one brought down.
Shall we look outside?
Yeah.
Okay, so another one brought down. That's good shooting there from the assault cannon. Right, so now we're going to do 8 shots with storm bolters.
We got one.
Rerolling ones, yeah. A load of them hit. And not so good. Just one regular save, which is passed. And now the Primarchs are off here, which is 5 shots. And he's got 4 hits. And we're on shred here. 4s to wound. Reroll. Well done. 4 saves here. Tristan's found 3, but he gets feel no pain with these guys. Passing 1, so 2 more brought down. Thanks to the Primarchs are off. It's a handy little weapon to have. Okay, well done. Fighting for survival here and bringing down a number of the noise marines from that squad. No one else is going to shoot at them, so Tristan can do morale for them. They're fearless, which they are. Right, so what we've got left here to do is the Manticore. We'll get that resolved. Just going to try and take on the noise marines in the corner over there. Right, it's a bit of a, well, it's a great result here. Manticore firing over at the Noise Marines. 2 direct hits and 10 saves to make, Tristan failing. 5 of them, and no feel, no pain granted at strength 10, so 5 of the Noise Marines brought down, including one of those nasty heavy weapons that he has. So that's good there. Imperial Guard supporting their battle brother as well. So that's shooting done, and no assaults here, no charges. We've just been firing defensively. Imperial Fists and allies defending themselves quite well at the moment, but there's a real problem. That's those Chaos Space Marines just closing in there. They haven't been dealt with. They are free to move off and do as they please amongst this Imperial force. So we will go on to the second turn of the game. Imperial Fists so far defending themselves quite well, but we'll see if the noose gets tighter on the second turn, coming up for the Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marines. Right, so movement for the Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marines. The bikes moving up to short of 12 inches. Rhino sitting here. The lone Noise Marine moving up to take on the Guardsman. Just there. Be'lakor has jumped down. Looks like Tristan may charge him into the Centurions, which would be a nightmare for this Imperial Fist force. 2 Predators are going to hold and give supporting fire from range. The Land Raider just having to sit there, and then the Chaos Terminators with Lucius the Eternal clambering through the burning hulks there of the Rhinos ready to assault the Marines. They're holding with the Noise Marines moving around with the Rhino. Just wondering why he hasn't moved, but he'll gain salvo here with his shots. So it's covering fire coming in before the other units assault in. So we will go. The noose is definitely tight, and there's some nasty units there moving in towards the Imperial Fists. It's a terrifying prospect that we face. We're still alive at the moment, but we'll see what happens. We're going to go into the psychic phase now on turn 2 for the Forces of Chaos. Right, on rolls there. Past 4 times invisibility has been cast on this demon. The demon. So the chaplain's there. He's become invisible. So the librarian, show yourself, demon. It's a quote there from a famous film. Right, so now the librarian and the centurions have become the victim of Terrify. We'll have to check for that at the end of the psychic phase. He's just tried psychic screech there on the centurions. It hasn't worked. Right, just tried hallucination of the Terminators. We passed with our test there. So loads of different psychic powers being used. Real weird stuff coming out of the warp. There's an invisible demon here in amongst us. He's somewhere. The librarian and the chaplain shouting out, show yourself, demon. So we'll, joking aside, it's going to get serious here. We're going to go into shooting phase now for the Chaos Space Marines, see what damage they can do before the charges go ahead. Right, it's just on shooting phase here. The Flamer here, killing a load of guardsmen, and then this weapon, the Doom Siren, this AP3 ignores cover template, has wiped out all the guard here. Just the Commissar with 1 wound left. These are one-use only weapons, aren't they? Oh, no, it gets them every turn. Oh, this is madness. And then Marines here being dropped, 3 Marines killed, and the pinned guy, as he lay down on the ground, was killed by the weapon as well, firing up from there. So it's horrendous murder taking place here. The shooting attacks actually proving to be very effective from the Chaos Space Marines. At the moment, our numbers shrink. It's actually only half of our Marines, have been killed. This is not looking particularly good. Right, so shooting phase here. We've seen the devastating effects from the Doom Sirens there. Marines Guardsmen being brought down, and then here as well. 1 Marine brought down. That's fire from the Noise Marines just up here. 2 Terminators brought down. That's fire from the bikes, and then combi plasma weaponry, bringing 1 down. Then bolter fire as well. 1 hull point on the Rhino. That was fire from the Predator just over there. And that's about it, but you can see the force shrinking here. A lot of Marines have been killed. Right, sad to see so many Marines being brought down. We will go on to the assault phase. There are a number of assaults, and we could see the Imperial Fist numbers dropping even more. Right, so assaults going in. Be'lakor has made it in, but took a wound from the twin-link las cannon fire on the Centurion Devastators. Well done there. We'll have to see how long they last, though. In combat, the Marines, the Terminators didn't make into contact. Tristan didn't roll high enough. They didn't do any damage with their Overwatch. There's a melee on here. Tristan rolled very well, making it into contact with the Lord Commissar. So there'll be a mini showdown between those two. And the bikes did try to charge, but they didn't make it, and no damage done to them from Overwatch either. So we'll get these assault results done. There's 2 combats going on. We'll see how well Imperial Fists can defend themselves. Oh, he's got Marcus Lanesh here, so he'll go first at initiative 5. It's a shame. Got to keep this Lord Commissar alive. He's the last representative for the guard. He's hit with all of them.
Strength 4.
Freeze to wound. He's got 2.
With a power sword.
We need to pass at least one of these, or we're dead. We passed both. Lord Commissar. He has a power sword here. Stand a chance. What's your weapon skill? 4. We've hit 4 times. 5s and 6s, and we'll kill him. Triple kill. Lord Commissar. Oh, no, he's got an invuln. No, he's got feel no pain. 5 pluses. Yep. No, Lord Commissar, well done. He's drawn his sword and hacked down the last of the Chaos Space Marines there. Well done to him. We'll consolidate with him, but that's a little bit of pride there for the Lord Commissar. Right, this combat here, Tristan will go first, being a monstrous creature. So, freeze to hit, I take it.
Freeze.
Yeah.
I get to reroll 1 of them.
He's missed 3 of them. But now he's hit with 3 now. And he'll be on 2s to wound. Double 1, it's only 1 wound.
So that was 1 wound caused.
Yeah, we're just doing some rerolls here. Tristan does have hatred, and that has caused 3 wounds. So that's a Centurion brought down, and a wound on another. Right, so a wound on one of the Centurions. 1's brought down, and we're just piling in here. We'll fight back. So 1 attack each here with the Marines. The Centurion Devastators, I think he's 6s to hit because he's invisible. And then the Librarian. Yeah, 3 attacks here with the Librarian. The Full Staff isn't two-handed. He gets 2 hits on 6s, fighting for survival here. That's actually a really good roll. Freeze to wound. Gets 2 wounds on this demon. Now die. Double 6. Double 6 there. That is chaos trickery there of the foulest kind. Lost by 3. Leadership 10 thanks to the librarian. Oh, pass on a 7
Anyway.
by Whisker and stubborn. Yeah, for this special game here, the scenario, all the units get stubborn anyway. So the melee continues. I don't think we're going to win it, but the melee does carry on. That marks the end of the turn. Turn 2 here. We will go on to Imperial Fists and their allies turn 2. We'll see if those land speeders can turn up. Might be able to cause a bit of trouble here on the battlefield, but we need help here. The noose is tightening. There's still some good units alive. The Terminator's still defiantly carrying on. So we'll push on to turn 2 now for the Imperial Fists and their allies. So moving for the Imperial Fists and the Imperial Guard allies, got a bit of an extraction plan going on here. Just the aim of the game is to survive. It's quite straightforward, and there's not even any points for Line Breaker, First Blood, Slay the Warlord. Nothing counts here. Just the survival of the Imperial Fists and their friends. So some units are going to sacrifice themselves to save others. We're going to see a lot of heroism here, we reckon. Some Manticore pivoting around, going to try and take out that distant Predator over there. The 2 Marines that were on top, they've run round behind. Whilst that fight goes on, the Librarian has shouted to his brethren, saying, "Escape for your lives, or live to fight another day," and he's going to give his life whilst those 2 Battle Brothers try to run away. Same here, we try to fall back from the barricades, but only rolled a 1 for our moving through terrain. Terminators advancing ahead. They're going to try and take on the bikes to cover the retreat. The Lord Commissar has jumped into the back of the Chimera and moved off, so he's going to save himself here, driving away. Holding here with this squad just to lay down some covering fire with the las cannon, and then deep striking with the land speeders. They have landed here, so we should be able to use them in an ambush to try and silence this Predator just there. So there's a chance that we could survive. Starting to spread out across the table now with some of the units. So we're going to the psychic phase now on turn 2. Right, so psychic phase, that's just 1 power. We can do blessings even though we are in combat, and we've cast shrouding against all models. Within 6 of the Librarian, we'll get the shrouded special roll. Right, so shooting here, Manticore firing, 2 warheads going off, but both of them scattering off the table, so that's a shame. We'll do this at Imperial Fists, we'll show you how it's done. With the land speeder assault here, or ambush coming through. Multi-melters, they're all going to be in melter range. Freeze to hit with them. Ugh, missed with 2. Rolling to penetrate, come on. What the monkeys? Side armour is 11. Bounced with a multi-melter. Typhoon missile launcher, we'll get some hits here. Missed, this is dreadful. Strength 8. A 1 again. What trickery is this? Right, okay, so that's a dreadful result there. That's our plan, may turn pear-shaped. Right, so shooting phase, utterly dreadful from the Imperial Fist, which is not like them. Perhaps even they're beginning to succumb to fear. We'll see. So shooting here though, the squad firing out the plasma, helping out again. One Chaos Terminator brought down, so well done to that little squad down there. I'm glad to take on plasma in this force. The AP2 strength 7 is handy to have. We saw the land speeders there, dreadful shooting from them, no damage done, which is a real shame. And then no damage done. The Chimera firing a multi-laser into the side of the Rhino as it drives past, no damage there. Actually, we have one las cannon here to fire, which we haven't done yet. I'm going to try and fire it at that Predator. He hits on a 6 and bounces on a 12. Shame. Just in range of the plasma as well. That hits. Nothing from that one. So that is all shooting done. We're going to go into assaults, and the Imperial Fists do have an assault. We're going to try and charge the bikes here and try and destroy them with our power fists. Right, so that assault goes ahead. We've rolled up a 7 for our charge. They are in. No damage done from Overwatch, so we'll resolve this combat now. Alright, so we've got a compulsory challenge here. Tristan has to issue a challenge, and we've accepted here with the chaplain. So we'll resolve this one first. Okay, saying it's simultaneous. We'll let Tristan roll up. Okay.
No hatred because I don't have veterans along.
Okay. So one cocked dice and a 6, and a 6 is 2 wounds. AP.
It's just a close combat weapon.
Close combat weapon. So 2+. Ah, we failed 1. Oh, chaplain's half killed. We'll strike back here. Yeah. So we're on weapon skill.
5, and you're re-rolling.
3, well 4. We've hit with all 3 of those. Strength 6, 3 to wound. So that is 2 saves to make. 3+. Double 1.
Down.
No feel, no pain.
No, it just. Okay.
And then it's going to overflow onto another biker. So well done with the chaplain there. But it's cost him a wound to do it, as they've charged into the bikes. So we'll let Tristan roll his combats now for his bikers, the last of them. Their leader is killed, but they will fight on here. You may well see them destroyed with those power fists, unless he can knock some of us down first. He's got 5 hits. He'll be on 4s to wound.
2 saves.
2 saves. Should be able to pass these. Yeah, no problem. Right, so the sergeant first of his power weapon. He can re-roll. Gets 3 hits. 5s to wound. Yeah, 1 kill. Very good. And now down to the Terminators there. They're actually going to get 3 attacks each on the charge. Maybe on re-rolls. It's good. It is good. 5 hits. 2s to wound. Oh, just about. A 2, a 3, and a... Yeah, no, we've done it quite comfortably, actually. On a 2+, yeah, so they are gone. Well done to the Terminators. Handy unit to have in the force. Just a little backup unit for combat. And they've done well. They've destroyed the Chaos Space Marine bikes here. We can regroup with those. So the battle's not lost yet. We have a real fight on our hands here. Just rolling up, yes. Cocked dice there, just rolling up for his wounds, done.
3 caused.
3 wounds. That's the Centurion's dead. Ouch. Right, Centurion's killed, and the demon now turns his attention to the librarian. We'll fight back with him. So we'll fight back with him. James is laughing. James is here, by the way, just watching and giggling as the Imperial Fist. I don't know why he's doing that. He should be loyal to the Emperor. He's definitely been tainted with something. I'm the only one left on the channel now that's loyal to the Emperor. Even Ben Hayes collects chaos, so I'm the only one. Well, actually, I've got Elder and Tyranids and Necrons, so no, we're all tainted here. So anyway, we'll fight here with the librarian. He's invisible anyway, so we need 6s to hit. Fighting in the dark, swinging around with our staff. We can't see this demon as it murders the Imperial Fists here. The Centurion's being brought down in spectacular fashion. So we'll try it. We're stubborn actually for this scenario. So we are leadership 10. So we'll try and hold our ground. Yeah, on a 9 we do. Just about. So that marks the end of combat. This demon is slaying all opponents that are in its way, though. It's a nasty thing to deal with. And it's right in the heart of the Imperial Fist force. That's why some units have decided to try and escape instead. So we'll go on to turn 3 now for the Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marines as the murder continues. Right, it's turn 3 for the Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marines. The melee continues there with the Demon, and the Librarian should see him killed this turn, sadly. And then Lucius the Eternal moving out. He split away from his squad and is chasing these Marines. I don't think the Marines realise who is actually following them. And then it's a case of look out behind you. Then the two remaining Terminators, they're going to take on that 5-man squad down there. And across here, there's not really much opposition to the Terminators, just the Noise Marine squad getting ready to fire. Rhino moving up. Tristan moving out with this squad, as they don't really have much of a target. Just moving around here with the Rhino, we're wondering if some elements of the Imperial Force may be able to escape. Remember, Tristan has to try and kill everything on the table, but it's only turn 3, so he may well be able to do it. Predators lining up ready to try and destroy the land speeders who made that botched attempt at an ambush. So we'll go on to the psychic phase now on turn 3 for the Forces of Chaos. Right, so psychic phase done, hallucination cast here, and the Terminators began attacking the sergeant there, but he survived. They thought he was a demon, but he's managed to survive there with his power armor saves. That's okay. Yeah, but invisibility cast on himself again. This demon is going to be really hard to root out here. So that is psychic phase done. Invisibility, what a power that is! The way it can protect a unit is incredible. Very, very high powered indeed. That particular power. So we will go on to the shooting phase now for the Crimson Slaughter. I almost said Crimson Fists, maybe. Would be a good thing if they turned up. Alright, so shooting results. One Marine killed here. That was fire from the Terminators. The Marines have been killed here by the Doom Siren. Terminator Sergeant killed. That was fire from the Noise Marines as well. That's about it. Oh, some damage here on the land speeds. We jinked with them. Both have received a hull point each. And a result of a 2 here. But they're not destroyed, but they've been battered about. There's no doubt about that. So assaults. Lucius the Eternal killed his target shooting. We've got this melee continuing here with the Demon. And then the Terminators looks like they may well try and charge and destroy the Marines down there. Right there, we've just done Overwatch there. That was our best chance to stop them. We haven't, so we're in trouble there. We'll do that combat. I think we go first. Tristan's had to go through terrain. Have you got grenades? No. So 4 Marines fighting for their lives. They roll 1 hit. 1 wound. Get a 1. Nope. Okay, so you can roll up now with his Terminators just there. I'll come around the other side. This is... what weapons have they got?
1 lightning claw and 1 power fist.
Oh dear.
Grisly fist.
Okay. Should be a slaughter. Just 2 hits.
Get to re-roll for shred on the lightning claw. No.
1 kill with it. Okay, 1 kill. A fist has been killed with a fist. Power fist. So we do morale check for these guys. Double 1. Yes, they will fight on for the Emperor. And then here, the Demon will go first. So yeah. So a ton of hits here. This Librarian does not stand a chance. 5 hits, 2s to kill. Ugh, he is long gone. Tristan can now consolidate. The Librarian is no more. So there he is. He's brought down his foe. He wipes the blood from his sword and licks his lips, ready to move on to the next target. So that marks the end of the turn for the Crimson Slaughter Space Marines. So now it's the turn of the Imperial Fists. We may just say every man for himself. We're going to split off and move in different directions. The key is survival. If we can do that, then we will win the game. Right, so movement for the Imperial Fists here, and we're just starting to split off into little groups in different directions. It's just a case of survival here, so running in amongst the ruins and the shadows, the Imperial Fists are breaking away from each other. This centre is lost. Now Marines are just going to try, all the Imperial Fists and Imperial Forces are going to have to save themselves. The crew of the Manticore will valiantly carry on, firing their rockets at long-range targets, so we'll be able to fire off at the Predators over here. Just around here, the Marines locked in combat, their cause is lost. The chaplain leading his 2 Terminator brethren down inside the landing pad here. That's where they're going to try and hide and fight for survival. Then the Rhino, their squad, just holding position there to give some covering fire. Then the land speeders moving 12. They've had to jinx, so they're just going to try and relocate. They're moving 12 inches here with the Chimera and the Lord Commissar inside. It's making a dash for escape as well. Looks like this corner might be the safe zone. Well, just that there's a couple of Predators hanging around. We'll have to try and deal with those to try and make a safe haven. So we're fleeing the compound. It's full of chaos. So this is where the escape could possibly take place. Right, so shooting phase done. Just running these Marines down in this direction. Land speeders moving 18, getting away from the shooting over here. Manticore doing well, pivoting round, hitting this Predator here, penetrating twice, result of 4, and immobilised on there as well. So 2 hull points, and silencing that Predator for now. So well done to the Manticore. It's giving good covering fire here as the Imperial Fists make their escape along with the Lord Commissar. Stuck in combat here, so just resolve that one because that is shooting finished. We tried to fire up at the Demon and rolled a 2, or rolled a 1 there, and then fouled our armour save with the Gets Hot. So that Plasma Marine has been killed. So we'll just go on to this assault here. The Marines will fight first, and then actually Tristan will get his Lightning Claw simultaneously. We'll do 3 Marines here to start off with. They get 1 hit. They get 1 wound.
6 to save.
That's a 6 to save. Okay.
1 hit.
Yeah, Lightning Claws kill 1. And then now, if he gets 2 good hits with the Power Fist, that will be good. There's only 2 Marines left. He has got his 2 hits. And he's killed them. So slaughter down there. Tristan can now consolidate with those 2 Terminators, 3 inches. That frees them up to move off on his next turn. That marks the end of the turn. Imperial Fist Marines, more of them being brought down. There's a massive pile of them over here. So doing well. But is it enough to win? We'll have to see. It's turn 4 now, coming up for the Chaos Space Marines. See what they can do as they try and go for the wipeout here. Right, movement here for the Chaos Space Marines. A bit of movement from the Noise Marines. Moving out on the hunt for targets. These moving to the edge to fire down at the Chaplain and his Terminators as they try and escape. This Rhino here. Then coming around. This Rhino remaining where it is. But Tristan thinking carefully as to what direction to go with each unit. Just trying to make sure he gets the kills here. Lucius the Eternal after the Rhino. The Terminators moving through the difficult and dangerous terrain there, ready to assault the Manticore, so we may see the end of that. Then Be'lakor jumping 12, chasing after the Chaplain and his unit, so they may well get caught. We thought we might be able to escape, but we've got a demon chasing us now, and it's an invisible demon. Then coming around, this Predator silenced, but this one moving across, just try and get a better angle at the Rhino just there. So we're going to go on to the shooting phase, psychic phase now, actually, for the Chaos Space Marines. He's no longer invisible. We just, Tristan passed there on 1 dice, but we got a 6 and denied it, so it's no longer invisible. We can actually see him now on the battlefield. Maybe a chance to try and react to it. And then Dominate, he's activated here on the Terminator unit and Chaplain. Alright, so that's Psychic phase done. I'm going to go on to shooting now for the Chaos Space Marines on turn 4. Right, he's just firing the Predator here. He's trying to damage the Rhino.
So there's a glancing hit on the Rhino.
Yeah, it's got a glancing hit coming through. So we're going to get a 3+ cover save because it's bunker. Failed, so it's another glancing hit there. There's 2 on there, 1 more glancing hit and that thing is popped open. Okay.
1 then bolting 6. Nope.
Okay, just snap fired there with that Predator. It's failed to do any damage. Right, land speeder brought down here. That was 5 from the Rhino. Would you believe we didn't jink? And Tristan got a 6. As a hull point knocked off. That's been destroyed. The hull point here. Glancing hit from bolter fire from the Terminators on the Manticore, and then just down here. Oh no, he's got that weapon. What AP is it?
3, you're fine.
Oh, I should be right. Okay.
Is there 3 in the unit?
Yeah, it's 3 there.
3's to wound. Just 1 wound, of course.
1 wound to save, yes, and then a load of bolter shots are going to come through. 10 shots.
That was appalling.
Just 2 hits from that, and no wounds. So some bad dice there. Can run those. He's just going to run them. Right, so Tristan's ran them down there. 6 inches going flat out with this Rhino, and that marks the end of shooting on turn 4. It's been not too bad. Some damage been dealt out, but we're going to assaults now. We're wondering if the demon can make it in. I don't think it's going to be too far. 3 inches to go down, and then 10, 9, not even 9. No, he's too far away, crucially. Terminators, though, are going to smash into the Manticore. And Lucius the Eternal, his mission is just to get 1 hull point, 1 glancing hit is the score that's required to destroy that Rhino there. So we'll do those charges, see what happens. Right, so Terminators are in. They've made it in, and Lucius the Eternal as well. Do you want to do Lucius first? It's quite straightforward for him. Right, so 5 attacks of Lucius the Eternal.
He's veteran of the Long War, so Hatred Space Marines. And then 6s, I believe.
1 6 will do it. Ah, pain. He's got it. Another Rhino goes up in smoke. Right, so that's that Rhino destroyed. The squad's passed its pinning test. They've got out the other side of the vehicle. Yeah, now Terminator's fighting the Manticore. It's remains stationary. It's auto hits. So at strength 8. He's on a ton of his dead. All penetrating hits. Just roll to see if any of those make it explode. So 5 dice, yeah.
That was 1, wasn't it?
Yeah. Any 6s, we've got an explosion. No, so it's just been wrecked. But another vehicle goes up. In fact, yeah, almost the last vehicle. There's 1 land speeder left. But here, it's been virtually destroyed. The original starting position for the Imperial Fists is just a mess of bodies and mangled wreckage of vehicles. It has been a slaughter, but is it going to be quite enough? There's still some units left on the table for the Imperial Fists and their allies. So that marks the end of the turn. We're going to go on to turn 4 now for the Imperial Fists. It's been a great fun scenario, this one. It's nice to do something that's different. We like the idea of this game set up because it matches the Crimson Slaughter so well. It's actually from the book, so it matches the kind of style of play and the story behind them as well. And the perfect opponent to play against, Imperial Fists, the arch enemy of Chaos. It's a perfect lineup to fight against. Just the colour match as well, red and yellow on this urban terrain just looks really good. You got the forces of good of the Imperial army fighting against the corruption and abomination that is the Chaos Scourge. So we'll carry on here. Imperial Fists fighting on. They'll not give up, and neither will the Chaos Space Marines until the last Marine is killed. Right, so movement here for the Imperial Fists and their allies. Just running 6 inches through the cover here with the Marines, moving along with these Marines here. Then the land speeder jumping up and over inside the bunker here. Going to give some fire support as the chaplain and the 2 Terminators, they fancy their chances against this demon here. That'd be the ultimate revenge. This demon has orchestrated the destruction of this force, and then the chaplain in righteous fury will seek his revenge right at the end. But we'll see how well it goes. We'll see if we can actually reach it in combat. There's a number of wounds left to get on that thing. Then the Chimera here, just turning, shifting, and then pivoting again, passing all of its dangerous terrain checks. So this is the sort of area now that the Imperial forces are in, this little corridor. It's just a matter of can Tristan reach them and kill them. Remember, he has to kill everything on the table. He's done well so far. We have one land speeder, 2 Terminators and a chaplain, 6 Marines, and 1 Lord Commissar in a Chimera left. Right, it's a shooting phase here. We tried to throw a crack grenade onto the Rhino, didn't do any damage. We're going to try and shoot the demon. We've rolled up here and got 5 hits already. This is with the Primarchs are off. We will try and shred the demon. Toughness 5. Okay, that's 3 so far. Re-rolling, wow. 4 saves. But as you read the rules here, you can jink. He's a flying monstrous creature. That's a cover save. He has shrouding, so he's on 2+ cover save.
Loses a wound.
But he still loses a wound on a 1. So this thing is so hard to hit. Just memories of the film here, with this thing leaping about all over the place. We've got a wound, winged him. The other Terminators, they'll fire. They got 3 hits. And they have 2 wounds. 2+ again. No, that's past that time. But he's half dead there, so well done. Land speeder. Yeah, we'll fire here. So the 2 are Typhoon missile launcher, 1 hit, and a multi-melter, that hits. We're on 2s to wound. Yes, 2 wounds, but 2+ saves. Has passed both. Alright. Actually, we're going to fire the multi-laser at the demon. 4s. Just drop that one. 4s, just 1 hit. 1 wound on a 6. Don't get a 1. Otherwise there'll be another wound. No, he's okay. Right, so assaults. These Marines will charge the Rhino. I'll just roll up for them. 6 they're in. And then these Marines here will try and charge on a 5. That's not going to be far enough. They haven't reached it, and Lucius the Eternal is behind them. So that's not going to be good. But 2 Marines have charged in there. And then we'll try and charge the demon. It would be very helpful for that charge to go ahead. A roll up on a 10. I think we have a melee on our hands. Yeah. We've got a Terrify for shooting to pass. 8, yes. And then for charging, we pass that. That's just that psychic power there, just remembering that. But we easily make it in. Yeah, so we've made it in. Alright, we've got a fear test to do here. So we'll do our fear test. Double 1. They shall know no fear. Right, fighting the demon. We're going to issue a challenge. We're going to have to, because Tristan's going to challenge me back. And he has to challenge, yeah, it's compulsory with the demon. So, initiative, you're going to be higher. Initiative 8, right, okay, so Tristan will go first with 6 attacks.
Mastercrafted, no.
Oh, 5 hits.
And 2s.
2s to wound.
4 invulnerables.
4 invulnerables with a chaplain. Right, so the chaplain has to roll these. He says 4+ invuln. Needs to pass all of these, otherwise he dies. And if he fails really bad, these overflows are going to go onto the Terminators. Oh, I'm dreading this roll.
One at a time,
I'll roll them all. I'll roll 1 at a time. Pass the first. Failed.
2 5-ups.
Failed. Oh, come on. 1 Terminator must live. 6. Yes. Well done, chaplain. So nasty, nasty combat, that one. 1 lone Terminator left. He will fight. We don't get the rerolls now. 3 attacks on the charge. 4s. He gets his 2 hits. Well done. 2s to hit. 2s to wound. Yes, 2 wounds. 2 invuln saves. Fails the first. And passes the second on a 6. But another wound dealt out on Bellicourt there. Well done to the Terminators. But it looks like he is... going to succumb to the demon as well. So it is possible that Tristan could go on to win this one. There's not much left. It marks the end of the turn 4 for the Imperial Fists and their allies. We're going to go on to turn 5 for the Crimson Slaughter Space Marines. So movement for the Chaos Space Marines here, just holding with these, moving up with the Noise Marines down there. Lucius the Eternal moving up to attack the Marines there. Terminator's moving through as well. Melee continues here against the lone Terminator. He's got immobilized, trying to move out across the crater, and has got stuck and a hull point just there. That's about it. We're going to go on to Psychic phase now. She's just tried to cast Invisibility there and failed again. So that's opening up an opportunity. I only need to get 1 more wound on that demon, and it's dead with our lone Terminator. But he's going to have to survive 6 attacks though, so it's going to be unlikely. Tried to cast Terrify on the Terminator and failed with that. There's not a single 4+ yet. Okay, right. Dominate's been cast on the Terminator there, so he'll need to do a leadership check when he comes to fight. So Psychic Phase done. He'll have to do a leadership check every time he tries to do something. So we'll go on to the shooting phase now. Right, so shooting phase here, firing through the Noise Marines, but failed to get the last glancing hit there on the land speeder, so it still lives. Number of Marines brought down there. That was fire coming through from the Predators. Some good shooting there, failed some power armor saves. One Marine killed here as well. Fire coming through from the Chaos Space Marine Rhino. So we'll now go on to assaults. Not much left on the table. One half-dead land speeder, one doomed Terminator, 3 Space Marines, and then 1 Chimera with the Lord Commissar inside. So we've gone to assaults now. Right, so assaults here. Terminators couldn't charge. They shot the Marines down here. But Lucius the Eternal has made it into combat with his strange tentacle weapons and sword, and then we got this melee here. So do Lucius first. Initiative
6.
Oh right, so he'll go first. Yeah. I just feel sorry for these Imperial Fists being hunted down.
At the same time.
Mercy's been offered. He's offered to go at the same initiative here, but we'll decline. We'll not accept mercy from Chaos. And none should be expected. So you can roll up here. He extends the hand of friendship, but in fact it's a tentacle. So, yeah. Weapon skill.
Freeze to hit.
Freeze to hit.
And rerolling with hatred.
Ugh.
So Space Marines.
Let's cock that dice there. Yeah, he's got all 5 hits.
Strength 4, but he has Shred because of the tentacle.
That'll be enough. He's got 2. There's a few cock dice there, but he's killed them, and he can consolidate there. So those Marines have died horribly. Right, so that's that combat done. Now the Terminator's got to survive the demon. Mastercraft. Does he get hatred? No. Space Marines.
For the first round, isn't it?
Okay. So it's 2s to wound. Triple 1 and a 6. So 1 5+, and we live.
This is what we like to see.
Died anyway. Never mind. Right, so he's consolidated there. He's on the hunt. The chance for Tristan to win is still possible if the game continues. So we will go on to the 5th turn now for the Imperial Fists and their guard allies. Right, so movement done. It's the last gasp here, perhaps, for the Imperial Fists. Going to stay here with the land speeder and fire at the demon. Then we're moving around here with the Chimera, and then the last Marine scampering behind as well. So there's no psychic phase. We're going to go on to shooting now. We'll see what we can do here with the Imperial forces. Right, okay. We've ran here 3 inches. Chimera tried to fire at the side armor of the immobilised Predator. No hits at all. Last ditch attempt here from the land speeder. Going to try and fly. You're going to jink with it? Yes, he will, and it'll be shrouded jink. Dear, right. So the missile shots, 1 hit, and the multi-melter, 1 hit. We'll try and wound the demon. 2 wounds. Don't get a 1.
5 and a 6.
No. Right, okay, so the demon lives. That marks the end of shooting. There's no combats going on. Turn 5 is finished. The Imperial Fists will win. Here, we'll let Tristan roll. On a 1 or 2, the game finishes. I can't see what the result is. It's a 3+. He's rolled a 3. Yes. We will go into turn 6 now. So turn 6 coming up. There's still a chance for him to win. He's got to kill 1 half-dead land speeder, 1 terrified Marine, and 1 Lord Commissar inside the Chimera. Right, so movement phase done. Just moving around here with the Rhino, holding ground here with these Noise Marines, moving up with those. Then coming around the Demon and Lucius the Eternal chasing the last Marine and Chimera. Terminators moving up. The chase is on. It's a conundrum here. We've got abominations chasing us here. And then if we go around here, we're going to meet the heavy firepower from the Predators. So it's a difficult one. This is the spot where we've run to. There's not much else we can go to. And then the lining up to shoot at the land speeder here on its last hull point. So we're going to shooting phase. No, we're going to psychic phase now, first of all, for the Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marines. I was just trying to cast hallucination here, didn't go off against the Marine, and then invisibility didn't go off either on the Demon. And that marks the end of the phase. So we'll go on to shooting now. There's some shooting that can take place. Trying to eradicate this land speeder is one of the missions to go ahead, and then Tristan can just focus on what's left down here. All right, so we're going to see if he can do it. He's just shot here. We've jinked. We didn't jink. We passed a cover save here. That's shooting from the land raid. The heavy bolter on top could actually see. But now these noise marines, they ignore cover. So he just needs one glancing hit, and he's done it. So we've got a number of hits coming through, a fair few. He's bound to do it here. 1-6 required. Yeah, 4 6s will do it. We can't even jink that, so the land speed is dead. Well done. So really sensing that victory could be possible, all that's left is one Marine and this Chimera of the Lord Commissar. So what an event that would be, in fact, that the victory may depend, or maybe gained for the Imperial forces by the Imperial Guard allies, as all the Marines are virtually dead. We'll see. Right, 1 wound coming through from the Terminators. A 2. No, the last Imperial Fist Marine is dead. So all Imperial Fists are gone, all vehicles burning. Just bodies on the ground now. All that's left is this Chimera. It doesn't have any damage on it yet. And the Commissar, the Lord Commissar inside, remains alive. Tristan just firing with the autocannon now.
10, 11 now.
Yes, front armor 12, so that's bounced.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing. Is that the shooting done? We'll keep our front armor facing there, that 12 protecting the Chimera quite well.
Side armor.
10.
I'll try his flame.
Okay, flame shot coming through.
6.
5 or 6 will do it.
6.
6 is a penetrating hit on
3.
So 1. So stunned in the hard point. Right, another glancing hit coming through. That's from the Stormbolter fire. He got a 6. So that's another hull point on the Chimera. That marks the end of the shooting. So almost done it here. Well done to Tristan there. So close to victory on turn 6 here. He's going to try and charge with the Demon and try and charge with Lucius Eternal. Try him. He's going to need something like a 7 or more. He's probably going to be in. He's rolled a 6 and a 5. Lucius Eternal at least has made it in. And then he hasn't moved through cover yet with the Demon. He gets a 5. He'll not make it, I reckon. That is short of 5. Okay, so it's down to Lucius. He needs to get 1 hull point. And that Chimera will go up in smoke. Alright, so Tristan's going to roll up for him. We did moves. It's freeze for a hit to start off with. Excellent roll. And then strength 4. So 1-6 will do it. No, not quite enough. So the Chimera stays alive. That marks the end of turn 6. So we will win if the game doesn't go on. We're just going to do it manoeuvring here to try and prolong our life if we can, as we potentially could go on to turn 7. Right, so we're going to try and crash through the fence here. Don't get a 1. We don't know. We're going to smash through. Right, so that's movement done. The Chimera bursting through and then pivoting on the spot. That is it. A little bit of snap firing, and that's all we're going to be able to do in the shooting phase. So snapshots here with the multi-laser. No. Heavy bolter. Got 1. If we get a 5 or a 6, we do. That is a penetrating hit. And the result of a 1, but that's enough hull points. That Predator's gone. Right, so shooting done. That's good gunnery there as the Chimera moves out. A nice way, perhaps, to end the game. Again, we're going to ask Tristan to make a roll. On a 4+, he'll get his turn 7 and a chance at victory. He rolls a 2. The game is finished. That is a shame. Look how close he came to victory. 1 Chimera. 1 Chimera, 1 Chimera and 1 wounded Commissar left. So the Chimera was on 2 hull points as well. So it just shows how close he came. But there's some satisfaction for him. Every Imperial Fist vehicle and miniature was killed by the Crimson Slaughter. Chaos Space Marines. So it was a slaughter and it was a massacre, but their objective was a wipeout, and they didn't get it thanks to the Lord Commissar escaping in the Chimeras. At the end of the day, it was Imperial Guard that won the victory for the Imperial Fists. It's a good game, excellent scenario, perfectly fitting the terrain here, and also the two armies that face each other. Very enjoyable. Nice to have a different mission. I thought it would be incredibly hard for the Crimson Slaughter Space Marines to accomplish it, but it just goes to show in 40k you just never know how a game's going to go, and Tristan came so close to achieving victory there. So it was doable, but in the end he narrowly missed out on victory there against the Imperial Fists and their allies. So victory goes to the Imperial Guard and Imperial Fists, so there's none left to tell the tale, but the radio communication will go back. I am the lone survivor. So there you have it. Nice game, nice armies, enjoyable game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. So units of the game here, Be'lakor definitely. The speed, the invisibility, the close combat capability, the slaughter that he did, excellent from him. As for the Imperial Fists and Imperial Guard, difficult one. Perhaps the Terminators, they did well with the Chaplain, but I think really going to have to give it to the Commissar. Just him killing the last of the Noise Marines there in a spectacular display of swordsmanship, sheathing his sword, jumping down from the side of the building, getting into the back of the Chimera, and then guiding the driver as they ran or drove away as fast as possible. So a mixture of bravery and self-preservation, but ultimately it brought about victory in the end for the Imperial forces. So that's units of the game for both sides.